It is Wednesday, which means it's time for us to kind of look at all the things that are coming out on streaming this week, the significant things coming out on streaming this week, and what's streaming next. So let's go on over and take a look at some of the things that are streaming this week. Starting today, December 7th on Hulu is the new film Connect, a South Korean service series. Oh, sorry, it's not a movie, it's a series. I'm not going to try to read the names because I'll get it wrong. But a man is kidnapped and has one of his eyes removed by a gang of
get
organ
out of
hunters.
here.
Yes.
So this movie is made for
Eye
Chris
violence.
Carr.
No.
Day.
Taylor, how dare you?
And-
how dare you do this?
His
he walked
eye
very
was
slowly,
transplanted.
methodically.
His eye was transplanted into the body of a serial killer. The unwilling donor now has terrible visions as he witnesses terrifying attacks on the residents of Seoul, South Korea. I think this, eye violence aside, this sounds awesome.
The Koreans do horror.
Yes,
that is
and
the
do it very well.
There is no Korean zombie movie that I will not see immediately. Like, I don't know what it is, but kudos to Korean filmmakers because they have got the lock on the horror and the zombie movies.
You know, this is
it.
a remake of David Duchovny's Return to Me. That's what it sounds like for those who know that movie. A little bit of a remake of that. All right. Also opening today, I have no idea why Taylor put this on the list, but here it is. Too Hot to Handle, season 4, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll tell you
Game
why.
day.
I did one for Chris, and then this one's for Rob.
Taylor, of course, puts So for Rob, coming out on Netflix is Too Hot to Handle. I've never heard of this show.
Oh, I've seen it. It's amazing. They bring together all these like nymphomaniacs and they think that they're there essentially for like a fuckathon. And then they get there and they realize the only way to win the money is that they cannot have sex.
Stay celibate.
And little things along the way, like they're in teams initially, and any little like sexual act will reduce the amount of money that their team can win. So like if somebody gives a handy to somebody, it's like, well, crap, you had to give that guy a hand job. Now we all lost $20,000.
By the way,
not for me.
By the way, just so
They can't keep
you
their
know,
pants on.
Aaron pointed it out, is that Fuckathon is the name of our next charity drive.
Yes.
Coming up in February.
I will be
Congratulations.
chairperson of that committee.
So here it is. On the shores of paradise, gorgeous singles meet and mingle, but there's a twist. To win $100,000 grand prize, you have to give up sex. So there you go.
I'm sure none of those people have inflated egos.
None. All right. Opening tomorrow, December 8th, the 4th season of one of my favorite shows on TV, Doom Patrol, returns. If you guys have not checked out Doom Patrol, I highly recommend go back to season 1. They're not long seasons. Go through them. You will find you're binging them like crazy. I love this series. Season 4 returns
Brendan
tomorrow.
Fraser.
Yep, on HBO Max. Then also coming out tomorrow, Southside Season 3 is also coming out on HBO Max. A pair of recent community college graduates look to become entrepreneurs in Chicago's South Side. That's the 3rd season. Then on Friday, now getting some pretty mixed reviews.
Yeah.
But the one we've been looking forward to a lot here is Will Smith's Emancipation. Comes out on Apple TV. A runaway slave forges through the swamps of Louisiana on a torturous journey to escape plantation owners that nearly killed him, starring Will Smith and one of my favorite actors in the world, Ben Foster. So, I mean, I don't care what the reviews are saying. Plus, you got Antoine Fuqua directed this.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Antoine Fuqua. So this comes out on Friday. Also coming out on Friday, which I admit I am even more. There is actually best picture buzz surrounding this movie. Guillermo del Toro's, not to be confused with Tom Hanks's, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio comes out on Netflix on Friday. They've done some small theatrical screenings. The words coming out about it are literally, this could become the 4th film in history, 4th animated film to get a nomination for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. A father's wish magically brings a wooden boy to life in Italy, giving him a chance to care for the child, starring Ewan McGregor, Cate Blanchett, and Ron Perlman. All right, also coming out on Friday, and I'm not much for these types of ones, but I might watch this one. Idina Menzel or Adele Dazeem, Which Way to the Stage? Idina Menzel's push to realize a lifelong dream, headlining a concert at Madison Square Garden in her hometown of New York City. For those of you who don't know, maybe you don't recognize the name, she's the powerhouse singer in the Frozen movies. I mean, that's really all I got to know. She's done a hell of a lot more than that, but that's what you might recognize her from. Also coming out on Friday, The Binge 2, It's a Wonderful Binge from Hulu. I must confess, I have never heard of The Binge 1, so I don't know anything about this. This year, The Binge happens miraculously on Christmas, unleashing a new holiday adventure featuring magical storybooks, catchy songs, and more, starring Danny Trejo. I'll watch anything with him. Paul Scheer, I also really like him. Nick Swartzen, God, I like him too. And Caitlin Olsen, and that is on Hulu. And of course, then comes out something from Tiffany's. It follows a woman.
Hallmark. Come
it's
on.
their Hallmark one coming
baby.
out on Prime Video. Follows a woman as her life gets upended when an engagement ring that was for someone else leads her to the person she's meant to be with. So basically, it's about this horrible jerk who goes to break up somebody else's relationship.
She steals someone's engagement ring. She's like, this is a nice
In the
ring.
trailer,
They must
their
be rich.
gifts get swapped at Tiffany's. So he's supposed to be giving her earrings, but instead he gives her an engagement ring and is like, "Ugh!" And shenanigans ensue.
Have you ever seen the Family Guy episode where blah, 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 it's as predictable as one of those Hallmark romance movies? And then it shows the TV screen and it's got a woman going, I'm terribly busy doing business. I'm very, very business oriented as a businesswoman. And then a man comes in a suit and says, there's no problem you have that I can't solve with my penis. And it's just like the standard average Hallmark romance movie.
Okay, I will
There it
say
is.
when I was in Vancouver this past week, which is the place where all the Hallmark films are shot, I randomly, through a long story, ended up at a dinner with like 10 Hallmark actors. And when I tell you, they are the nicest people on the planet. I was like, I feel like I'm in a Hallmark movie. It was so, you know what?
Because those people never leave. They are in a Hallmark movie.
It was really sweet, really sweet.
All right, let me ask, Chris, let me start with you. What on this list? There's a couple of bangers on here, actually. What on this, not Sex Island, not Fuckathon. I didn't mean that
one
bangers.
is a banger.
But which on here is standing out to you the most?
Pinocchio. I'm so excited about Pinocchio. I love everything Guillermo del Toro does. I love stop motion animation. That is going to be, I'm pretty sure, just like a home run for me. I'm very excited. And I will never, ever watch that eye show. It's
Game
like
day.
they took that great John Mulaney bit, that really fun, like fake rom-com he came up with of Jerry Orbach's eyes, and made that instead. Make Jerry Orbach's eyes. That one would be so much funnier.
Rob, which one stands out to you the most?
I got to go with Pinocchio, but also the Korean serial killer
Connect.
eye swap movie or series.
Series.
'Cause who doesn't like you said, Korean horror? I've been a fan of Korean horror now for 20 years, and they usually do things right.
I told you, it's a spiritual sequel to Return to Me. Aaron, which one of these things are you going to try to get to first?
I think it's Pinocchio for the win. I mean, but I gotta have my tissues ready because it's gonna be a big tearjerker. But I mean, Guillermo del Toro, you can never go wrong with him. The guy's a hit maker.
Ray, if you got to pick one of these shows or movies to watch tomorrow to try to stay awake to, which one's it going to be?
On your services, Pinocchio for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much Pinocchio. But I got to say, shortly after that, I'm going to watch Emancipation. I mean, because like I know it's getting mixed reviews right now, but you know, this has been Will Smith's a tremendous actor. Ben is, I think, one of the most underrated actors in the world. You got Antoine Fuqua directing. But yeah, Pinocchio's got to take it.
And Bobby Richardson shot Emancipation, and he's one of my favorite working DPs. So
Aaron Wick in the chat also said you better have your tissues ready for Too Hot to Handle as well.
Yeah, I thought that's where we were going.
Well done. Well done.
All right, guys, question is for you. What of all the things coming up next on streaming are you looking forward to the most? I'm sure a lot of you it's Pinocchio. Maybe some of you it's maybe Connect does sound pretty cool to me. I don't know. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. We want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, Raycon. Guys, the holiday season is upon us, so in the spirit of giving, allow me to give you my recommendation. Premium audio products from Raycon. Raycon's wireless earbuds, headphones, and speakers offer premium sound. Anyone you gift them to will find a use for them right away. And as the person doing the gift giving, you're going to love the fact that they start at half the price of other premium audio brands. You guys know I've been using my Raycons for a long time. Every morning I get up and get on my treadmill, and I love using the Raycons because they're comfortable, they fit perfectly, and most importantly, they sound great. You can find Raycon in stores now like Kohl's or Walmart, but let me tell you right now, you're always going to get the best deal at
buyraycon.com/Campea. The Raycon website also offers free shipping, free returns, and buy now, pay later options, plus a 30-day happiness guarantee. So guys, right now go to buyraycon.com/Campea to get 15% off site-wide with the code HOLIDAY, plus free shipping. That's code HOLIDAY at buyraycon.com/Campea for 15% off your Raycon purchase. buyraycon.com/Campea.